Hi chess friends, today I'm here to show you 3 different positions where you have to do an under promotion. What is an under promotion in chess? Is when you promote to a piece that is not a queen. For example, you promote to a knight, you promote to a bishop, or you promote to a rook. And in this first position, you can't promote to a queen because here black has an interesting resource to draw. I will show you. Rook c1 by black, okay, to attack this pawn. And if here white promotes to a queen, it's a draw. Because black king can't move. So here black has to give his rook with a check on e1. Rook for e1, and here white can capture the rook. If captures the rook, it's a draw. King can't move. So white can move the king, but it continues to be a draw. Rook f1 check, king g2, rook g1 check, king h3, rook h1 check. And there is no way to avoid this check for white. So this is a completely draw position. So the point is, how can, after rook c1, how can white win this position? Because if you don't promote, for example, you move the rook or you move the king, rook can capture the pawn and will be a draw. So here white has to promote to a rook, and this time the idea of rook e1 doesn't work, because here king can capture the rook and a6 square is free for the king, and this is not a draw. So be careful in this type of position, and remember that could be a situation where you have not to promote to a queen. For example, here you have to promote to a rook. Okay, we see another position. This is a part of a problem really famous that Saavedra resolved this problem, and here white has to promote his pawn, but here black played rook d4, and here you can't promote to a queen. If you promote to a queen, follows this beautiful move, rook c4 with check and attack to a queen. If you move the king, rook can capture the queen and white loses. So here you have to capture the rook, but after queen for c4, the a2 square is completely blocked and king cannot escape, so can't move, so it's a draw. So here you can't promote to a pawn, so it's a problem. So you can play king c3 because rook d1, and if you promote to a queen in this way, rook c3, and black can capture the rook. So here, how can you win? You have to promote to a rook, and now this rook c4 doesn't work because white here can simply capture, and we have king a2, and after king a2, rook a4 checkmate. So here we have in this position you can play, black can play rook c4 and has to defend from the checkmate on from the rook a8. So rook a4 to block the checkmate, and now this really strong move, king b3. In this way white attacks black rooks and try checkmate rook c1. So if black moves the rook, there is simply rook c1 checkmate, and if king move to avoid checkmate, king capture for a4. So really nice idea here. Promote to a rook. Okay, now we have this third position, and this problem is really particular. Black here is completely winning, but white has a really interesting resource. White play knight f1. And now to win this position, it's incredible, but you have to promote this pawn, because if you don't promote this pawn, white can simply capture, can simply sacrifice the knight. For example, you play something like this, white can simply capture, because there is no way to win this position after bishop cap. Or for example, if you want to keep the defense of this pawn, you play king e2, knight can simply capture, knight for d2, and after king capture, white king can move king g2, king h1, king g2, king h1, and there is no way to win this position for black. So here the only move is to promote. But if you promote to a queen, white has no move, because this knight is pinned. If you promote to a rook, it's the same. So there is no way. If you promote to a knight, knight can capture on the pawn on h2, and this is a draw. So here it's incredible. You have to promote to a bishop, and now in this position white has no resource, because knight can capture on h2, but after king g3 there is no way to survive from this position. King has to move, and we have bishop e3, and after the king move, king can capture the knight. And if you try something like this, you simply move the king, and white has to move the knight, and when you move the knight here will be checkmate. Bishop for f3 for f3 will be checkmate. So I love this position because you have to promote to a bishop, and the under promotion to a bishop is really something of particular in chess. And so I will do some another video about under promotion. But remember, you have not always to promote your pawn in queen. Exists under promotion. Remember it. So thank you very much for watching my video. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and see you soon with another video. Thank you really. Bye.